There are worlds where power defines everything, and then there are worlds where fear defines survival. The world of Titans was not built on strength, it was built on desperation. Humans did not fight to win, they fought to delay death. Every wall was a promise, every soldier was a sacrifice, every battle was a gamble, because against Titans, victory was never guaranteed. Only survival. The sky was heavy. Clouds stretched endlessly. Not because of weather, but because this world had forgotten what hope truly felt like. Inside the walls, people lived, but they did not feel safe because safety was an illusion. And illusions always break. On that day, something entered their world. No explosion, no portal, no warning, just existence. Anno's Voldigoad, standing outside Wall Maria, calm, unbothered. Another world, he said quietly. His eyes scanned everything. The walls, the land, the air. Weak structure, not insult. Observation, because everything here felt fragile. He stepped forward, and the ground beneath him did not react. Because something like him did not belong to systems. Inside the walls, alarms suddenly rang. Titan sighted. Soldiers rushed instantly. Fear spread faster than sound. Because fear was the only constant in this world. Jaeger ran toward the gate, his heart racing, his eyes burning. "I'll kill them all," he whispered. Because to him, Titans were not enemies. They were targets. He reached the wall, and then he stopped. That's not a Titan. Outside, Ano stood silently, looking up at the wall. "So they hide behind fear," he said. The gate opened slightly. Soldiers prepared to engage, ODM gear activated. Blades ready because anything unknown was a threat. "Identify yourself," a soldier shouted. Anos looked at him. Irrelevant. That answer was unacceptable. They attacked. Fast. Coordinated. Precise. Blades aimed at his neck. The perfect Titan kill. But they were not fighting a Titan. The blade stopped, mid-air, frozen. "What?" One soldier gasped. Anos didn't move. "Your world relies on effort. Mine does not." He raised his hand slightly, and the soldiers fell. Not dead, not injured, just unable to continue because the difference was too large. Orin watched. Frozen. What is that power? Not fear, confusion. Because this was something he couldn't understand. Before anything else, the ground shook. A Titan appeared, massive, grotesque, moving toward the wall. The soldiers reacted instantly, because this they understood. Unclenched his fists. "I'll handle it." He moved forward, ready to transform. But before he could, Anos stepped ahead. "This is your enemy?" Pathetic. The Titan roared, charged forward. Everything about it screamed destruction. Anos didn't move, because he didn't need to. Disappear. Silence. The Titan vanished, not cut, not destroyed, gone, as if it never existed. The world stopped, because something impossible had just happened. An stepped back. "No, that's not possible." Because Titans didn't just disappear. They had to be killed, fought, earned. But this was effortless. Anos turned. "You struggle too much." That sentence cut deeper than any blade, because it was true. And truth is hard to accept. The second Titan appeared, then another, because chaos always follows imbalance. Herein transformed, Titan form activated. Power surged. Because this was his answer, his way to fight back. He charged, attacked, struggled, every movement heavy. Every strike meaningful. Anos watched. "I see. You fight to prove something." "I do not." And then he raised his hand. Everything stopped. Titans, air, all frozen. "This is the difference." And then he released it. Everything collapsed. Titans gone. Battle over, without effort, without meaning, and that was the problem. Because in a world where everything mattered, something that made everything meaningless was more dangerous than any Titan. Ain fell to his knees. Then what are we fighting for? Silence. Because that question had no answer, and Anos did not care to give one. He turned, This world is incomplete, but interesting. And just like that, he began walking toward the walls. Not as an enemy, not as a savior, but as something worse, a being that did not need to try. And that was the beginning of the end.